Gurudev Pranam.
Yes.
In the fast-paced urban life, how does one maintain a balance between professional life, family life, keeping spirituality in both alive?
You know, life is a struggle. Existence is a struggle. Without struggle, no existence can be maintained. It's a law of nature. Everywhere you find in the bird's life, animal's life, even insects, everybody is struggling constantly. You know, the nature has made such a system that if herbivora has to fill up its stomach, satisfy its appetite, it has to move. The birds, if they have to sustain themselves with food, they have to fly here and there. Food has to be sought, you know. So even an ant moves constantly to seek food. So this is the law of nature that people have to struggle. But struggling for what? Animals struggle for survival. Lower species, all lower species struggle for survival. But human being is not just a being of survival. Human being has a superior purpose to accomplish. And human being is like a river which has come very near to the ocean, confluence, which is very wide, and you find a lot of utility of that. But the spring-like river that is coming down from the mount is not much use except some drinking water maybe of the villagers. So human being in the cosmic cycle, human being is very near to the cosmic consciousness. The radiation of cosmic consciousness, the reflection of cosmic consciousness is upon human mind constantly. So it has intellect in it. It has different multidimensional talent in it, in human beings, in the mind, and it has diverse creativity. So balance is to be maintained more. Balance is to be maintained more. Like a bullock cart in the road doesn't have to maintain balance so much as an aeroplane. It has to maintain balance in the space against the gravitation. So human being has to maintain balance, and it is a big training. It is a very big training. This training is education. We have to begin with this training, that how in the adversities we can maintain our balance. How under the pressure of work we can maintain balance. Maintaining balance is a struggle, because in animal life we know for survival they struggle, you know. They work hard. I sometimes become amazed to think that how a leopard every day collects his lunch. A living animal has to be caught, not a joke. Whereas to our pet dogs, we give right kind of food, but nobody cares for the dog. But if a leopard, everybody is interested to see a leopard because it has more vigor, more power, more energy, and it struggles to survive. The struggle is life. Now, what you have asked, that how to maintain balance between your profession and family, your friends and society, your economic life, your spiritual life, all this struggle. It's very hard sometimes to maintain balance. You know, anything in this world is hard when you don't have the education and the technique. When you lack technique, everything is difficult. Handling a camera, you need to know the technique. Handling a motor car, you need to know the technique. So technique is life. The world is full of techniques. So, to speak it in the nutshell, I should say that there are two things basically working in the world, mostly on human beings, two forces, two elements. Formula is a kind of formula. One is external pressure, the other is internal power. External pressure, internal power. External pressure means your responsibility, your duty, your desires, your infatuations, your attraction and repulsion, all sorts of psychophysical pressure that you feel, psychobiological, psychosocial pressures is external pressure. Now this pressure is like a fulcrum. If the pressure is too much, it's hard for you to bear, hard for you to carry. But if you can increase through certain technique, through certain education, through certain devices, if you can develop your inner power, pressure will be less. It is like a balance. Power less, pressure more. Power more, pressure less. A person who has fought in the battles, to him a street scuffle is nothing, because he has seen the battle. The person who has crossed English Channel, to him a swimming pool is nothing. But the children who are learning in the swimming pool, they had a lot of struggle. So this is our Hindu ancient message, that every individual in the morning, if possible up from the early morning, if not, when his sleep is over, he is fresh, he should not take a bed tea and look through newspaper or television news and distract his mind. He should sit upright, concentrate, meditate, chant mantras, practice kriyas like pranayamas and so many others, in order to develop spiritual power in him. Essential power is the spiritual power, the power of Kundalini. When the Kundalini is awakened, personality changes. Personality changes, his willpower increases, because his will is slowly coming closer to the cosmic will. So that way, every day, practice of yoga, meditation, and there are few factors, a human being, individual factors, that are to be taken care. First is physical fitness. For physical fitness, you have to take sufficient exercises and right kind of food. For mind, you need to have concentration of mind. Every day, whatever you do with concentration, and all the time have your mind concentrated. Don't let it ramble around here and there. And for your vital development, you must love work. You must work. The more you work without any selfish interest, your vital power is increased. And then for intellectual development, you must be in association with men of prudence, men of knowledge, and study books, authentic books written by the great authors, realized authors. And for spiritual development, you have to practice yoga, pranayama, meditation, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, concentration, absorption, and meditation. Concentration, meditation, and absorption. The more your mind is getting absorbed in the cosmic thinking and meditation, the greater the power you develop. So the problems of the world petty to you. They become pettier to you. This is a fact. Willpower has to be developed. Knowledge has to be developed. They say knowledge is power, not politics is power. Nobody says politics is power. No Prabhupada says money is power. No Prabhupada says soul is power. They say knowledge is power. Why? Because soul cannot do the same thing that knowledge can do. Money cannot do the same thing. Politics cannot do the same thing. Even science cannot do the same thing. Which is knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is not just book reading, but transforming yourself. You have to have transformation. Your weaknesses must be transformed to your power. Weaknesses must be purged out, and the sleeping power must be awakened. So this knowledge that every day showers from the heaven, showers from the divine, people can come in touch with that. Every individual can come in touch with that. There's no competition for that. There's no rat race for that. Everybody sits upright and concentrate every day with patience. He starts realizing or she starts realizing. So this power as increases, you will find maintain balance is easier for you. Some people maintain balance by their mental power, but at a point they lose balance. Suppose some person thinks that, oh, I cannot be trusted. Nobody can trust me. Nobody can bribe me. So who avoids 1,000 rupees bribing, or maybe 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. But if somebody comes with 1 million rupees, then his mind is dwindling. But once it is settled, your Kundalini has transcended your heart chakra, and it is all torn asunder, your knots, and you are confirmed that there is a consciousness, a living force living in you, which is fully moral and spiritual, ethical. All ethical things, all moral things, all talented things arise from there. When you know that supreme source, you are settled. So this is a thing, you may not be settled at once or today, but even if you try to move towards that every day's effort, in the morning, on the evening, or at the daytime when you're working, you should have your mind associated with the cosmic consciousness. That way you can develop yourself, be a true human being, and when you are a true human being, no burden on you can be burdened, and nobody can destroy your balance. That is why in the Gita it is said, in the Gita, Lord Krishna says, Tam Viddat Dukkha Samyoga Biyovam Yoga Samhitam. He also says that Jang Labdha Chaparam Labham Mannate Nadikam Tata. After attaining which, a person is not hankering for anything. Whatever he gets doesn't affect him. And being settled where even the gravest of misery cannot shake him. Tang Vidya, that is the science which is called yoga, should be learned by everybody because it saves him or her from misery, from suffering. And it should be practiced with patience. So if with patience you are really bent upon making yourself physically fit, mentally concentrated, willpower developed, vitally strong and spiritually strong, and then you become worthy of serving the society. Then love comes in you and you are worthy of serving the society. Otherwise, people falter. They slip away from their goal. Whenever temptation comes, temptation is a very powerful thing. They cannot resist temptation because their character is not strong. Character is a matter of building. It's a matter of building. If you are a man of 6 feet high, but he cannot be 6 feet if he wants. But in will, in character, he can be even bigger than you. It's a matter of cultivation. Every day is cultivation. And whatever you gain by doing that, the inner strength that you gain will not be lost. And nothing is lost. Conservation. As it is conservation of energy, conservation of mass, they say in science, conservation of character, conservation of consciousness. So your knowledge, your wisdom will be your asset even in this lifetime or in the after lifetime. So most people falter, most people lose their balance because they don't have knowledge. They don't have knowledge how to develop their inner strength. That's why the pressure becomes heavy upon them. That is the problem.